Hi, this is Biba Laptops. I'm Jawan. It's May 30th. Shanghai is still in the lockdown. I live in Qingpu district, where people can go out now, but the area where our office is located is still in the lockdown. I can't go there, so, although I can leave my house, but it's still a bit hard to work. So we gonna keep on waiting. Well, we have encountered some difficulties, but I can still make a video about 618 shopping advice. Recently, I have done the live broadcast, and answered your questions. Through these questions, I find some of you have diverse needs. From $300 to $3,000. As usual, here's a recommendation list for you. A summary of recommended models. Based on the price, you could kick the time axis for what you need. For now, I have to make video at home, so the sound quality may be not so good. I have to say sorry. Well, today we will start from $399. We won't talk about any laptop less than $399. Someone may ask, which model can I buy with $150? The answer is clear, no new model. You can only choose some old used laptops. For instance, some of previous year's Ultrabooks or those laptops with MXD GPU. But barely gaming laptops, or some bargain models. You can buy a phone with $150. But it's not enough for a laptop, especially a new one. There are some advices I mentioned before. If you really don't have money and you need a PC to finish your work, well, the internet cafe will be a good choice. Or the computer room in your school. And maybe some libraries has computers. Or you can borrow your friends and buy him a drink. You'll find a way. Then we raised the budget from $399 to $549. Now we have lots of laptops to choose. Their general feature is low voltage CPU, 8GB RAM, and low performance SSD. In short, with those specs, it could be a decent laptop. Enough for office work or videos. Is no problem. The biggest weakness is display. In this price range, they are mainly narrow color gamut. Limited budget, after all. It's reasonable. The first one is Dynabook Cs40lj, which I have recommended many times. Well, you know, it has the 11th Gen Core i3 processor. At this price, Core processor is good enough. The narrow color gamut screen, like I said, is reasonable. And this laptop has some other pros. It supports PD charging, so you can use the charger of Android phones. This function is normal in the high price range, but quite rare for this price. And then Wi-Fi 6. Despite low price, few laptops at this price have a Wi-Fi card supporting Wi-Fi 6. And next one, which I also recommended for many times, JD Book of JD Made. It is made by JD, so it has wonderful after-sale service. Unlimited door-to-door service for 2 years, something you only get usually from Alienware or ThinkPad flagship models. This is very rare, but the specs is normal. Next one. I haven't tested it, but the parameter is okay. It's Lenovo Ideapad 514 AMD. Several reasons to recommend it. First, it comes from Lenovo. You can find Lenovo service stations even in many small cities. That's really important for many customers in remote areas. Then, its specs are acceptable. It has a 512GB SSD, large enough. But, it has an inferior screen. But if you want a laptop of the first-tier brand, you don't have any other choice at this price. Then, from $549 to $699. There are still some iGPU Ultrabooks in this range. But with price raising, the general specs, such as display and RAM, will be more reliable. Not great, just good enough. The first is HP Pavilion 13. It's an old model, but there are few new models at this price. Well, this old model has a low price, close to $699. The highlight is the lightweight magnesium body. And it comes from HP, another first-tier brand. The screen is also good, so I think it's recommendable. Performance is the weakness, because of the last-gen processor. And the battery is small as well. Okay, we have another laptop of the last year. but its screen and build are more delicate. Realme Book Prime. Realme is a laptop newbie, but this laptop does have great build. Aluminium body, 400 nits peak brightness, 3:2 screen. Good choice at this price. And the performance is also good. But there are not too much I/O ports. Only one USB-A. It's inconvenient for some customers. You may need another adapter. Surface Go 3. No need to talk too much. As a second PC, it is quite good. Then Microsoft is well known, and it has great build. It can't be your main force PC for its weak performance, though its performance is much stronger than the last general. Next, an old one. I forget to test it, but I think it is okay. Asus Ultrabook 14 Aerospace version. Aerospace version. Sounds like fanboy baiting, but it does have good specs. i5 processor, 16GB RAM, 512GB SSD, wide color gamut screen. About $550 in JD.com. Nice price. If you need a powerful laptop, you want a DGPU, well, at this price, it's hard to meet your needs. Xiaoxi S7M however, made it. i5 processor, 50W GTX 1650, so you can play games on it. And it has a wide color gamut screen. Well done. And as a new model, it has Thunderbolt 4 and good internal scalability. And replaceable RAM. Honestly, Xiaoxi in these 2 years did not as prominent as before. But this one is good. I do recommend it. Maybe you need to replace the Wi-Fi card. At this price, 2 new laptops are worth recommending. But they are so popular, so the price may be fluctuating. I think $649 is a proper price. When their price are lower than that, they will be great choices. One is Acer Swift 3X, 12th Gen Core Evo certified. The cheapest Evo laptop. The screen has been upgraded. 56 watt-hours battery. And better build. And it has a strange color, but full of style. The launch price is $649. May up to $699. I think $649 is proper. And the other one is ProBook 450 G9. It has been already on sale. This laptop has good internal scalability, and good noise control. The weaknesses are the same as before. Kind of thick. No Evo certified. The whole design is quite old-fashioned. Then, the next range. From $699 to $849. Now we can get a gaming laptop. This year, gaming laptops at about $700 have high refresh rate screen. Pretty good. That's a significant improvement for game players. Most of entry-level players may not play AAA games, but some esports games, like Counter-Strike or Overwatch, League of Legends. High refresh rate is crucial for esports games. Xiaoxi is the brand you can't miss in this price range. First is Xiaoxi Z7DA5NP. It has a 16GB version. Then, it has high color gamut screen. It's the basic model in Xiaoxi. Good value for money. I want to repeat that. Xiaoxi entry-level models are the better choice. Why? Because at higher price, many competitors have done the best, like MUX, or excellent thermals, or high GPU power. But Xiaoxi can't do that. However, at such low price, many competitors can't compete it. So, in this situation, Xiaoxi Z7DA5NP is very competitive. No one is perfect here, but I get the lower price, then I win. If you can add a RAM by yourself, you can choose Xiaoxi Z7DA5NS. It has an 8GB version. Then, next is an old model. This year, we have many old laptops to choose, unlike the last year. Redmi G 2021, the last year's model. The reason why I recommend it is simple. Cheap. Less than $799 in JD.com. So it's worth recommending. It also has MUX. It's a little more expensive than Xiaoxi, but it's also better. So Xiaoxi are facing with great competition. But it is an old model, so I put it behind Xiaoxi. Next, Lenovo Xiaoxi Pro 16. There are old and new models. The old one is cheaper. GTX 1650 is okay for some simple games. And the screen is great. For weakness, the old problem of Xiaoxi Pro 16 is the weight. It is an all-round laptop, but its weight is close to gaming laptops. Almost the same, so you can think of it as a thinner gaming laptop. Next is a totally all-round laptop. Redmi Book Pro 15 2022. This is a new model, 12th Gen Core processor, good screen. But besides these, nothing worth mentioning. Like its gaming performance, it must be worse than Xiaoxi Pro 16. The selling points of this model are the screen and CPU. And the 12th Gen Core iGPU version has better CPU performance. That's all about it. Next, MagicBook 14 2022. It's beyond my expectation. To be honest, the older MagicBook 14 models are all quite normal. But this one has good performance. And the DGPU version is the same. I highly recommend the DGPU version. Then, it has unique optimization, something they call OS Turbo. Well, it does improve the power control, which benefits the battery life observably. The battery life of the 12th Gen Core laptops drops sharply, but this model's battery life is quite good. So its battery life is really outstanding compared to other 12th Gen Core laptops. And another old model at a reduced price, HP ProBook 635 Aero G8 Ryzen. The RAM is replaceable, and it's very lightweight, easy to carry. You can regard it as a lightweight version ProBook 450. More lightweight, but also more expensive, as it is an old model, and the new model hasn't been launched, so the price has declined. And it has good after-sale service, door-to-door service for 1 year. And there is another one I haven't tested because of the lockdown. But according to the specs and others' tests, I think it's worth recommending. It is Lenovo Xiaoxi Pro 16 core. It has the latest 12th Gen Core processor and large 75 watt-hours battery. But the price is a bit high, $749. For a new model, the price is okay. If you don't need great graphics performance, you just want CPU performance, then it's suitable for you. But it still has some weaknesses, like scalability. But for now, I couldn't provide you more details, because I haven't tested it. The other models we haven't tested are the same. So just based on specs, this model is suitable for some groups. Then, $849 to $999. At this price, you can find some RTX 3060 gaming laptops. You can play AAA games with this GPU. It is also the popular GPU on the market. The first is an old model. This year, I recommend many old PCs. Because new ones are pricey. And the manufacturers are still running down stocks. So the old model's price is pretty low. Good value for money.